listening to the Abolitionists Roundtable, patriotic Black American conservative all-access radio, with your hosts, Del, Phil, and Janice. They're leading the charge in advancing the conservative revolution. Join the conversation at 734-822-1600.
Hello, I'm Milt, and this is Logically Speaking Uncensored, a war on heterosexuals. Unless you have been in solitary confinement without media access or sequestered in a liberal indoctrination gulag, you know that there is a coordinated and concentrated war on heterosexuals. And with the endorsements of President Obama and his Democrat regime, the attacks on every institution and traditions supportive of heterosexual values has been accelerated. The sanctity of marriage between a man and woman, the dignity of fatherhood and motherhood, and the consecration of biblical families, and the glorious gift of procreation and the rejection of abortions. Every one of these essentials necessary for the continuance of humanity are being assaulted by Christian haters, political reprobates, atheists, iconoclastic anarchists, and secular hedonists. The Boy Scouts, once a luminous and heralded organization praised for training boys to be men, is being infected, polluted, and destroyed by the acceptance of homosexuals. Once academia proudly taught basics like English, grammar, history, mathematics, spelling, and skilled trades. But these subjects have been superseded as heterosexual children of today are being taught to forego basic subjects and accept political correct teachings about hedonism and that cohabitation of two males or two females is an equivalent alternative to relationship between a male and a female, and that Mother Nature is greater than God. Heterosexual youth are being taught that human beings, not God, controls the climate, even though the four seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, exist beyond human input. They also declare biblical tenets obsolete, and wrongfulness and human morality are subjective and arbitrary. The blessings of human procreation is the crowning achievement of God's glorious master plan, and he bestowed and entrusted this blessing exclusively to heterosexuals as stated in Genesis 1:28. But as heterosexuals capitulate and surrender traditional Judeo-Christian values, the foundation of the nation and humanity are eliminated as opponents of life advance their agendas unimpeded. If heterosexuals do not challenge these relentless attacks, society will become a haven for debauchery and all manner of perversions. That is why there must be a national awakening to honor the bearers of life and accord the recognition and appreciation they deserve. During June, National Heterosexual Recognition and Appreciation Month, we must inform our children about the wonders of life and who is responsible for bringing it forth. We must plan events and programs that instruct our children of the importance of family togetherness and highlight traditional marriage and the abomination of abortions. June is an opportune time for heterosexuals to proclaim and reclaim the rightful position God has ordained. So, if you support this effort, tell your friends, neighbors, relatives, and ministers. And in June, let's make heterosexual recognition and appreciation a successful reality. And don't be afraid to be right. Celebrate life. I am Milt, logically speaking, uncensored, saying, think about it.
All right, thank you, Milt. What a great commentary. Again, folks, this is National Heterosexual Recognition Appreciation Month. We're in the midst of a president that's want to radically change the order, that want to radically change. We talk about the laws of nature. We talk about the law of nature. Nature has laws. If I jump off this building, if I was at a 3-story building, the law of nature said if I jump and I don't have something to brace me, I can break my leg. I can hurt myself. And so the law of nature, when so here, if I have a male plug and another male plug, and I can't put them together. No, I can't create any kind of power. No. I can't create.
They don't connect.
Lights. They what, Phil?
They do not connect.
Well, Barack Hussein, are you saying that Barack is trying to put the okie doke on it?
Yes.
If I have a male plug and another male plug, you're telling me if I I couldn't plug it in? Where's the plug? You mean to tell me I could plug them together?
Don't compute.
They don't compute. So wait a minute. So you saying I need a female plug and a male plug? Yes. If I plug it together.
Yeah. Now we got a connection.
We got a connection.
Amen.
Folks, here, these are things. The first half, I look like Phil has something to say that we didn't get to. But there's some other things I'd like to get to on the second half of the show. Canadian Christian law school fights accreditation ban over opposition to homosexuality. Let me just say something about this particular Christian school. I looked at the bylaws, and it said that if you're an employee or if you're a student there, that you have to abide by the Christian values that Jesus espoused, and they believe in marriage between a man and a woman, but also they believe that you have to, whether you're a student or somebody that's on the faculty, you must refrain yourself from sexual relationship outside of marriage. So number one, you can't be with homosexuality, you're not homosexual until you commit the act. So we are, again, what Mel pointed out, we're all heterosexual. Every one of us. Yeah. You're born. You're not homosexual until a female plug and a female plug try to they try to, but you said it don't work though, Phil. So I'm trying to but then you got a male plug and a male plug, and I'm trying to, they don't work, but anyway, so that's one of the things we're not going to get to. DOJ resists court order to provide ethics training for its lawyers and want to hide the names of illegal aliens granted amnesty. This is what this administration is doing. Then they don't want to give up the names to the courts. They say, forget you. We don't want nothing to do. These parents pulled their children. Again, this is, just read some headlines. This is from the Daily Signal. It said these parents pulled their kids out of school for the week over Obama's bathroom directive. All right. Again, we're in the midst. This is the second half of what we call the Twilight Zone. This is the Twilight Zone. And so if you'd like to join the conversation, 734-822-1600. Now, I want to deal with something because the president said we shouldn't be divided by don't let somebody divide us up by race and by religion. But Frank Luntz had a focus group with some Muslims, and some of the things that came out of that focus group, I was baffled. And I said, this is something that I have to share. Again, I have to share with our audience. And so I want to go ahead and play our first soundbite, and I want you to call and respond to this right here. But let's go ahead, Derek, and play the first soundbite number 303, please.
I actually did a call out to Muslim parents across the country to not watch the Republican debate in front of their children, because I knew that subjecting our children to hear the hateful stereotyping and the lumping of Muslims with terrorism in front of our children is actually something that psychologically impacts them. So that's how deep this is for us.
But don't you want the kids to know the challenges that they face?
I don't want my children to be subjected to racism and the vilification of their faith. I will explain to my kids in my own way, in the way that I can speak to them, and I will not allow Donald Trump to tell my kids how they should feel about being Muslim.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Phil, she used a key word. Now, Islam, or being Muslim, you know, they call themselves Muslim Americans, is that a race, Phil?
That's what I'm trying to get
Because
to.
she said that he was racist.
Yeah.
And my children can't be subjected to the racism.
Yeah. And then it can't be a dictate of Donald Trump, because he has absolutely no power over what is being presented to her children. First of all, that's a straw man that she's erected.
That's right.
Always is,
Yeah.
Always is a straw man.
And for this is one of the reasons why I was so angry with my own party that I voted for, because they invoked that racism thing toward Donald Trump, and I thought that was the biggest mistake they ever made, and it made me believe that the Republican Party has been infiltrated and penetrated, and they are corrupted to the point where they are actually a junior partner of the Democratic Party. So this is why we have to be very careful about who we allow to represent us, because we don't know who they're working for. They have to prove to us from now on that they are indeed working for the people that elected them, not subcontracting for the other party.
That is so true. That is so, I can't help but truly believe that Donald Trump is the John Galt of our lifetime. He's the brilliant industrialist who is fighting the system that's gone bad, a great system that's been perverted by the law, by our own lawmakers. And I put the blame so squarely on the Congress and the state legislators and the local legislators, all because they want to feed off that big machine.